Hello, my name is Tabiso Malumani, and I'm one of the very many book readers in South Africa. And this is a book review video of one of my favorite books that I read in the year 2019. This book actually falls under my top 3 books that I read in the year 2019. And yeah, it is titled Rainbow Nation, My Zulu Arse by best-selling author Sihle Khumalo. This book was published in the year 2018, and before this book he published 3 other books, which I unfortunately haven't read. But after being introduced to his work through this book, I am so confident and so sure that I'm going to get myself those other copies. So Sihle writes his books about his traveling experiences. So the first 3 books he writes mostly about traveling in the African continent. So each book has a different setting to where he traveled. And then with this 4th book that he published in 2018, he had decided to traverse in his native land, being South Africa. And yeah, this is how this book actually came about. How I got introduced to the book was that it was actually a book selection in a book club. The thing is that I enjoyed this book so much, but I couldn't make the book discussion. Hence, I feel like I still need to add my 2 cents regarding this book, because it was really a phenomenal book for me to read. I'm going to try not to give away too much of the book, because I still want you guys to go and buy the book and also enjoy and learn as much as I did from the book. And I'm just going to highlight the 4 themes that really stood out for me, or what I got out of the book. Firstly is the writing of the book. The writing was flowing, it was easy writing. He used some fancy words here and there, but it was literally like your normal day-to-day conversing language that he used. So it was very relatable and very easy to read. He also used quite a lot of satire, so you find yourself chuckling a lot while turning the pages, which is something I really appreciated a lot. And the sarcasm that he used, I could relate a lot to it. So the second thing that I got, or themed, out of this book has to be the history lesson that Sihle provides us with in his book. As he travels through the different areas, whether being a village, town or city, he gives us more history to how these places came about, and he also assesses the different failures and successes of those areas post and pre apartheid times. It goes a long way. It goes from political history, cultural history, social history. So I kind of learned. It raised a lot of light bulbs in my head, got me questioning a lot of things and wanting to add more knowledge on my South African history. Just to give an example of one thing that he throughout the book explains a lot is the different public holidays that we celebrate in South Africa. As we know, most of them are iconic events that happened in the past, and hence we are commemorating or celebrating those events. But you find that we only know on the surface information of what it is, but then he goes in and even gives us some information that we were not I wasn't aware of. So I really appreciated that. Also, it got me, I think it got me asking more questions. It got me interested even more in the identity of South Africa. With that being said, this brings me to my 3rd theme, being identity. So this book got me questioning myself about my identity. What is my identity as a South African human being, feminist lady? And also, what is the identity of South Africa? What is our identity? Is it given to us, or is it created by us, right? So just to add on that, he raised a very valid question that I found valid about the name we have as a country, first of all, and the names that we then named the different areas, the different provinces, the villages, and so on and so forth, right? Is our identity there? Can we say as a country, South Africa being a geographical area, also being the name of the country, like, does that hold some value to it, you know? For instance, Mpumalanga is in the east, and we all know that the sun rises from the east. So is there really some value in that, where it's something that is naturally there? And I mean, to break it down, also Soweto is between the south and the west, hence Soweto. So yeah, that is also one other thing that one question that I had to go dig deep in and think about, and also, which is why we had so many other hashtags that came about back in the day. Roads must fall, for example. So the question of identity was also a very important aspect of the book. And last but not least, it's not really a theme. It is a question that I still have today. And I must say, I saw Sihle at the South African Book Fair. I was starstruck and forgot to ask him this question. But it's the question of his visits to the different graveyards. So throughout his journey, he visits graveyards of like historic warriors, chiefs, political people, or people who were just there, or had some role within the apartheid times, you know. So that was quite interesting and creepy at the same time for me, because I did not understand why are you visiting graveyards. Like, this is a very interesting thing, but it made the book unique, and it added a little bit of flavor, I guess. So I kudos to him for that, and I hope to see him another time, and I'll ask him this question, and yeah, I hope he can give me the answer. So for me, I would rate this book 4.5 out of 5. I mean, I can't even say why I'm not giving it a 5 out of 5 really, but yeah, man, it was really nice. It was really a fantastic book to read. I recommend you guys to read this book if you are interested in traveling, if you're interested in knowing more about South African history, even if it's like, it's not the full depth of it, but it will give you some ideas to what to look for people who also want to learn about South Africa. I think it's also a good book to read. Also, it gives you, if you love traveling or you want to explore South Africa, it gives you ideas of the places that you can go to in different provinces. So yes, thank you very much for watching this video. If you've read this book, please comment and tell me how you found the book, and if you think from this video you are going to buy the book if you haven't read it. Thank you very much. Bye, and I love you.